Hey, earthly souls, beautiful souls, Phoenix Sky here, author in Unconditional Love, alchemist, goddess, daughter of Mother Isis. So just wanted to share how Mommy Isis helped me with my wounded mother trauma. I didn't realize I had wounded mama syndrome until of recently, and it explains a lot in my life. So first of all, I wanted to give you a quick story of how I became Phoenix Sky through Mama Isis. It was in 2020 when I was going through deep ascension process, and she showed me parts of my childhood that I still needed to heal. She showed me how damaging I was to myself with promiscuity. She showed me the promiscuity and it made me sick to my stomach. She showed me I still needed to forgive the person who abused me, because I never did. She showed me that I needed to forgive myself for the miscarriages of my babies. She suggested I ask my babies for forgiveness and to let them know I couldn't carry them to term, not because my body wasn't working that way, wasn't meant to be that way. I'm an earth mother, so I had to go through that healing process. And now, so one day I was sitting down making healing bracelets for clients, and I heard a whisper, and it said, I'm walking, by the way, in a park, grounding and being in nature. So the voice said to me, emerge from the ashes like a phoenix rising, my beloved. And I was like, what? Because I didn't believe what I was hearing. And she said it again, emerge from the ashes like a phoenix rising, my beloved. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. So that's how I started calling myself Phoenix, because at the time I didn't realize I was being spiritually initiated, and she gave me my spiritual name. So fast forward to going through that ascension process, healing process, which was dark. I did a lot of writing, a lot of fucking crying, and watching a lot of Lisa Nichols, who at one point said something so profound as to giving me inspiration. And she said, I finally woke up to myself. And I was like, holy shit, I woke up to myself. So fast forward to now, going through another healing process. I recently just got divorced from my ex-wife. We were not aligned, and I had to realize that I was compromising a lot of my deal breakers. I was saying yes to people I should have said no to, and it cost me dearly. So I realized that I needed to call on Mommy Isis, because she is the emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual mother for me. I cannot depend on my physical mother because she is not capable. She's not capable. She loved me from the best place she knew how. And I have to accept the fact that she will never change. I have to accept the fact that she is who she is. So I lean on Mama Isis to give me that motherly love and compassion and grace and mercy and kindness. And she doesn't judge me. She sees me. She hears me. She validates me. She understands me. And with this wounded mother syndrome that I have going on, there's certain steps I need to take. And in the physical world, physical body, that could take sometimes a month, 6 months, 2 years, 10 years, a lifetime. Especially if you've dealt with child sexual abuse. I'm a child sexual abuse survivor. And if you dealt with a mother who is narcissistic and manipulative, never admits that she's wrong, and praises you and reprimands you at the same time, where you feel like you're not good enough, body shaming you. She body shamed me for a very long time. Oh my God, look at your stomach. Until one day I said to her, no disrespect, but have you looked at your stomach in the mirror lately? And shit like that. So now I have to go through the process of healing the wounded mother syndrome in me and what that looks like. So once again, I'll be calling on Mommy Isis to nurture me, love me, care for me, give me all that I need when it comes to healing the wounded mother, because the little girl in me shows up at times when I feel like I'm being reprimanded. The little girl in me shows up at times when I'm trying to be perfect for everybody else, for me to be who people want me to be, who and what they want me to be, instead of being who I am, showing up for myself authentically and being able to say, this is who I am and this is what you get. You don't like it, oh well. Food on my chin. My lip. So it is a process. I have to give myself grace and compassion, just like with everything else in life. You got to give yourself grace and compassion. And Mama Isis will definitely assist you if you're seeking understanding of self, of seeing and hearing yourself, loving yourself. She'll help you love yourself unconditionally. Like, I felt the most amazing, beautiful, motherly love from Mama Isis that I didn't feel from my own mother. I felt understood and seen and heard from Mama Isis that I didn't do from my own mother. And it's not only that, but it's also accepting and embracing and coming to terms with the fact that my mother will never love me the way that I want her to love me. She will never see me the way I want her to see me. I will never live up to her expectations of what she sees in a daughter because of her own insecurities or whatever else it is that she's going through. But also, it's removing and releasing the fantasy of wanting my mother to love me and see me. And that's not the grown woman, that's the little girl in me that wants that so fucking bad. And I have to unlearn and reprogram my mind and my heart around this. And it's going to take some healing, therapy. It's going to take a lot. But I'm willing to do the work. So when it comes to healing with Mama Isis, she gives you the tools that you need. She gives you the messages that you need. She'll send people your way to show you the way. Look for synchronicities and signs and stuff like that. I also work with Archangel Raphael, and twice the Caduceus, or whatever how you call it, you know, the doctor symbol, that's his symbol. It showed up twice in two different ways for me lately, and that's letting me know that he's around. He's helping me to heal my heart because I call on him. So when you invoke Mama Isis, ask her to step forward and give you empowerment, give you encouragement not to give up on yourself. Ask her to give you motivation to keep going. Ask her to give you the strength and the capability and authenticity to love yourself, because women who experience wounded mother syndrome, they have a problem loving themselves. They're people pleasers. They want to make sure they take care of everybody. Instead of taking care of themselves, they put themselves last and not first. And if you're the oldest like me, because I'm the oldest, there was a lot that was expected of me to do. So I became mature and responsible and became an adult from the age of 14, which was not good because I lost a lot of my childhood. And so with that, it's learning how to allow the child in you to play. And when we become adults, we don't know how to play. We don't know how to play. It feels uncomfortable. It feels weird. It's like, what the fuck is that? Are you crazy? But it's going to the park and swinging and allowing that little girl in you to do that, or little boy in you to do that. Because there's also wounded mother syndromes for boys too. And there's wounded father syndromes. I'm just learning all this shit. And so it affected my relationships. It affected me people pleasing my partners, compromising my deal breakers. Like I said, in my marriage with my ex-wife, although we learned a lot from each other, I should have said no to that relationship because I knew in my heart it wasn't right for me. We were not aligned in no way, shape, or form. But I went with it because of this wounded mother shit. So that is the root of my issue. That is the root of everything that's happened to me in my life, and I didn't even realize it because she has had such a stronghold on me, and she knows it, and she plays that card, and she is such an influential being in my life because I wanted her love so bad. And so what I did was I talked to a couple of ex-partners of mine, and I asked them what was the experience of me, and the one thing they mentioned was my mother. My mother was overbearing. When she said something to me about the profession they did or who they were, my whole energy shifted towards that person because I wanted to please her so bad. And that was the demise of my relationships. Majority of the time, that was the demise of my relationships. Even though I am a free spirit, I'm an Aquarius, and I do what the fuck I want. But at the same time, that part of me was the key point. That was the key point for me to do better in my life. Like, this is the key point for me to do better in my life and go through the healing process of grieving the mother that I wanted, the fantasy of the mother that I wanted. That's one thing. For me to accept and embrace that my mom is who she is. She ain't gonna change unless she really wants to, unless God of her own understanding comes down and just slaps upside her head, but we just don't know. And the other part about it is doing the work every single day, constantly doing the work, knowing that I don't need her approval, her validation, her acceptance, none of it. Would I like her love? Yes, but she only loves me from the place she knows how. So for me, that's going ahead and loving her from afar and not allowing her to affect me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Not allowing her to affect me that way. And so when you've come to a place, if you are going through mother wound syndromes, some of the symptoms, like I just mentioned, people pleasing, fear of abandonment, fear of losing your partner, codependency, sacrificing your needs and your wants before other people, making sure other people are good and you ain't good. That is all part of it. Yearning for your mother's love and affection, doing everything that she wants you to do, marrying the wrong fucking person because that's what she wants. And that's wrong of you to do that to yourself. You owe yourself so much more, so much better. It's honoring your worth and your value and not hers. And also relinquishing back the responsibility which she's placed on you. If you're the oldest or if you're the only child or whatever the case may be, and if your mom put so much responsibility on you growing up, give it back to her because that's her responsibility, is not yours. And that's the way you surrender the resentment and the grudges and the dislike and the hate that you have towards your mother. And sometimes there's a point where, for me, I hated the fact that I love my mom so much. But when I have Mama Isis come in and wrap her arms and wings around me and I feel that love, nothing can fucking compare to that at all. I kid you not, hands down. So I'm actively working with Mama Isis, and I had to apologize to her because at one point I thought I could do this shit on my own by myself, but I need her in my life in order for her to strengthen me and help me to independently heal myself. Because you can go to therapy, you can go to a life coach, you can go to a spiritual healer, but if you're not ready to heal, nothing's going to happen. And honestly, you got to save yourself. Like right now, I have to save me. I can't focus on my girlfriend, who I love so much, to save me because she can't do it. I have to do it. I can't have my friends save me, that they love me, but they can't do it for me. And the other thing about that is too, the other symptom that we have is we go to everyone else to tell them exactly the decisions we want to make because we want their opinion so bad, and then we make the wrong fucking decisions. So the way Mama Isis works with you is that she loves you unconditionally. She gives you that unconditional love through the whole fiber of your being. She is not judgmental. She will give you signs and messages and synchronicities and things of that nature to show you which direction to go in. She will show you things about yourself that may have been hidden and stuffed down all the way down to the depths of your feet, depths of your soul, that's going to come up for you to confront. She will lovingly hold your hand and guide you through the confrontation process. She will lovingly hold your hand and guide you through all the feelings that's going to be coming up. She will lovingly guide you through your healing process. She will empower you to heal. She's going to encourage you to heal. She's not going to do the work for you. She's going to take a step back and be like, okay, I gave you the tools. I'm here if you need me, but you need to independently do this for yourself. I'm right here. I'm not going nowhere. And that's the role that she plays, and that's how she has helped me heal from past trauma and hurts and pain, and she's going to help me heal from this. So if you're a woman that's experiencing wounded mother trauma and you need assistance, you need support, and you're wanting to work with Goddess Isis, Mama Isis, Great Mother, Divine Mother, hit me up. I'm here to help you. I connect with her. I'm a channel for her. I know exactly how to connect with her. I know exactly what to say and how to say for her to appear in our presence, in our space. I know exactly how it feels to have her in my heart, in the heart space. So I can assist you with that if that's what you need. If you're ready to surrender to yourself, if you're ready to surrender to your healing, if you're ready to give back your mother the responsibility which she's given to you, and you want to go through this wounded mother healing process along with me, hit me up. I'm here to help.